This energy is a little heavy. I shuffled a few times. The same types of energy: stress, discontentment. What are we missing? Foresight. We don't know what they know. We don't know what they see. There's something the Divine Masculine knows about their future. Recently we did a video and we spoke about the path of consequences. The things that would happen to the Divine Masculine because they chose to deny reunion. But it's interesting because this feels kind of like a Divine Masculine who knows something beyond themselves. Not that they understand that this is a consequence of their action, but like they know that there was no other way. This was how this had to happen. There's just something kind of deep, a little bit sad about the energy. It's somebody who I think is a little bit brokenhearted by how life has turned out. Okay. Let's get a message. What's going on, Divine Masculine? What have we not considered? Give and take. What I have given and the things that I have had to do and to tolerate in order to get this far. What you don't know is how much I was willing to put up with in order to get this done. This thing that's really important to me. And I thought that if I put my best foot forward in this situation, that it would be a good thing. But it really turned out to be something that put me in a tough position. And now, when it comes to you, I recognize the unconditional love that I'm missing. The unconditional love that I can't seem to find anywhere but when I'm with you. Everything just suddenly makes sense. Everything feels right. And I find that the only thing that I can really do anymore is just keep my mind focused on what we can share. What it will be like to see you again and talk to you and feel you. Like these are things that they get me through now. Because what I've been through, what I've had to deal with, these people in my life, they've made me feel empty and alone. They told me that they had my back when they didn't. What you don't know is the conditions of this love with these people who gave very little, even though they promised a lot, and took everything from me. You don't know. It was, in my mind at that time, so worth it because this was kind of what felt like my last chance, my only chance. I want nothing more sometimes than to be the person that I wished I was a long time ago. It would make me feel really good and really comfortable in myself. And so this is the only thing that I'm willing to get uncomfortable for. And I realized my mistake because I can think of how many times my life and my situation and my circumstances put you in an uncomfortable position. And you didn't bat an eye. It was like the way that you move in your love is something that I didn't value like I valued this power that I wanted, this control, this feeling that I had everything all together that was really, really important to me. And now I'm like, what's the point? What's the point if there's a chance I may never actually get there? But even if I do, I've been so miserable and unhappy the whole time. What's the point? Why do I think this is worth more? I still don't understand why I see gold as like that standard for me. And yet I tolerate so much that isn't even close to it, thinking somehow it's like I can't see it. And you could see it. But I could not understand what you were saying to me. I could not speak your language. I didn't know how I was supposed to take what you had to give and make anything worth that gold. How was I supposed to do that? I had been given one idea, one solid, or what I thought to be a solid trick. I'm literally a one-trick pony at this point. And I didn't even understand the currency that you were using. I just didn't get any of this. And it hurts me now to know how much my ignorance has cost me. Again. You don't know, maybe you do, how far off from what you have tried to give me, from what you have tried to share with me, how far off my life is, and how far off these other people in my life are. You have no idea. I don't think you'd ever be foolish enough to allow this kind of energy in your life like I have. I think I'm the closest thing you'll get to being foolish. I don't know why you do it. And so now all I really want is to be able to come in and tell you, listen, like, I only knew one thing, but I know you're full of light, and the way you make me feel, it's incredible. Like, maybe we should just do this. Maybe this is what we were meant for. But I can't even find the words because it's like, what am I even saying? What am I saying that I haven't already ruined? What am I saying that I haven't already scorned and mocked and there were things that I've said in those moments. I've thought in my head, why did I say this? It's like I can't control myself in those moments, and I just have so many regrets. In my life, everything is really different. Everything is just black and white. Everything is like a dream to me. Anything beautiful or good, anything exciting, anything that lets me be creative or just think differently, it's like on the other side of this foggy path that I can't seem to find the beginning to. What you gave me, what you made me feel was like so much brighter than anything I thought I could ever experience. There is no one around me, there's no one in my life that makes me feel anything other than bad or stupid. And I've noticed that that's how I feel now about myself. I feel like an idiot all the time. I feel like I'm never going to amount to anything, that I'm never going to be enough. I'm so close to giving up on myself. And the beautiful things that I just kind of come into this this feeling of like living and breathing again are all things that I know from you. Like on a level I can't even understand. What you gave me and what you shared with me, it's the reason why everything about you is so special and so important. And I feel like I've put myself in a position that I deserve. But also, I'm so frustrated because before this moment, I was so focused on one thing that I guess I didn't care about what I was seeing. There was all this stuff going on around me, and I kind of just, I like purposely looked away if I noticed something. I tried to keep myself busy. But by turning a blind eye to things, I only made things worse for myself and for everybody. And now I'm in a position where it's like I've made this bed. I don't want to lie it anymore. I want to fix it. I want to make things right. But that doesn't really matter. And it's confusing. It's scary. It makes me think that I'm always going to miss out on the things that I care most about. I wonder if it's why I didn't want to care about us and you, because I feel really unlucky. It's the only reason I was so focused on pursuing this goal, because I knew this was the one thing, at least this is what I was taught and told, that I could get that. I could focus and I could make it happen, even if it took a really long time. But I kept running into such bad luck along the way that I kind of think now it was not a coincidence. Like, maybe it was a message I couldn't understand. Now I'm stuck. Like, stuck. Now I'm in a place where I live in this gray area. It doesn't feel like living. It's lonely. It's empty. It's like death. I thought that I knew what love was, and that it wasn't really worth anything. But now I realize that I don't want anything except that. Because everything else can be taken away. But I think there's some kinds of love that love that doesn't make sense. That's us. It doesn't go away. And I don't think I can really go forward in life without you. Like, literally. I don't think I can. I don't think it's possible for me to ever feel that sense of Is it wholeness? I thought I was my own person, but your energy, everything you are, without it, I can't really feel. I don't want to live without you if this is what life is like. I mean, I feel like you understand. I feel like you can't blame me for this, for feeling this way. Like you know just how hard this is, but you also know what you do. You know what you do to me, and I know that's a part of the frustration. I get it. I always understood that part. I find myself needing almost to be fueled by you, by your light, by your fire. It doesn't make any sense, but I know everything that's going on around me feels like hell. But to even take a minute to just think about you makes it feel heavenly. And if that's possible just for feeling it, like to experience it, I just feel like it would be life changing. What's going on around me isn't going to make me feel whole. It's it's a false world. I can't explain it, but it just doesn't feel real to me. I think that's why I can't live in it like this. Like, they can't do this. I feel like this is what stands in the way of me and my power, the one thing that I thought that I was going after, that I was going to get. This is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And for some reason, where in every other experience where I have to be in a place like this, there is nothing that can console me. There is nothing that can make me feel like everything's going to be okay. I go into a mode that I don't even really understand fully. So to have this thought that maybe what we can share after this moment could restore everything and more, when I've never really had a reason to hope before. There's just things that I've been paying attention to, and I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I feel like I want to put an end to what I was. I want to close out a season where I created my own misfortune. I want to change my energy from deception to protection. That's who I'm supposed to be, not this person. This person I've become is just not me. It never was meant to be. It was just what I thought I had to do, but what's the point, you know? And so I have to make my way to you. I have to solve this dilemma I never thought I would reach a point where I would want to just be with one person for the rest of my life. I've convinced myself that, and not just because of me, because other people, that nobody is really capable of it anymore. That's an old thing. I convinced myself that I didn't deserve it, that I wasn't good enough for a lifelong partner. I convinced myself that what I had was enough. I can't keep doing this to myself. Because if everything that I feel, if you feel that too, especially this emptiness, it makes me sick inside. We're supposed to be a team. And everything you feel, I feel. I get it now. There were things that it was like I knew them, but I didn't believe them, if that makes any sense. There were things that I couldn't convince myself to trust it. And I've been having a lot of issues trusting for a long time. Everything that I've been through made me feel like I had to do it on my own. And all that did was make me empty and lonely. There's a part of me that is starting to understand that it might be the best thing for me, as weird as it sounds, to do everything the opposite of what I've been doing. Because it's gotten me nowhere. In fact, it's kind of made things worse. I've gotten to a point where I feel like if I have to ask, is this something I should be doing? I already know the answer. And I don't think I ever could see myself having that much control over me. It's a lot. I've learned that I cannot trust most people. At least most of the people close to me or in my circles. Maybe there's better people out there. I've learned that not everybody who says they have your back has your back. And that a lot of people will be there when you've made it, but they don't have anything to say to you before. I've learned that the real me might already be in me. I keep thinking it's somewhere in the future. But there's a part of me that is so disgusted with my life right now, a life that I worked really hard to build, that I feel like I'm like two people or something. And it's so easy for me to slip into my old self. And I notice that I only do it around these people. But they say one thing, they do the same old stuff, and suddenly my brain is so turned off. It's like a flip was switched, and I can't. I want peace. And I think the reason that my life has reached this could I call it rock bottom? I don't know. It just doesn't feel good. And I think the reason that I'm here is because I built this for myself. I built chaos. And the reason I can't move forward is because chaos can't go forward anymore. I have to keep moving. And there isn't a single person in my life that I can see myself moving forward with. Not I can see myself hanging around, sticking around, but to move forward, to get out of this place of feeling stuck, going back and forth all the time, no. Because they're not going anywhere either. They're more stuck than I am. And they are chaos. I'm tired of feeling like life with you is just a dream. I'm tired of feeling taken advantage of and then feeling like I should take advantage of other people in return. I don't even want to be in a position that encourages me to behave this way. I can't keep doing this anymore. It's just not who I want to be. I want everything that I've done to be worth something. I want to be worthy of you. I feel like there's something about you I've always known. Like, from when I was young, I just knew that there was this perfect person out there for me. But the older I got, the more people I met, the more I realized, like, I can't even meet somebody like me. Not really. We have stuff in common, sure, but just like someone who could even understand me and what I think and what I need, where? I don't think any of us really get that opportunity very often in our life. But you, there is something about you that I know, not only that you know me, but I know that you have something about you that beyond just the physical, beyond just the mental, our connection isn't something that can really be recreated. It's something that feels almost like magic or something. Like it's not really possible. But yet there it is. It's an overwhelming spark. And somehow I've never experienced it in my whole life except when I'm connecting with you. And it is the most familiar feeling. It's unreal. But it's us. And this situation that I'm in, everything that I'm facing, is showing me that even if I have to start with nothing, I do not have to stay stuck. I can change this energy that keeps coming back around over and over and over, and I can make it worth something. I don't know why this is happening, but I do know that there's one way I keep getting pointed. Every time I start to doubt and I open myself up to like the truth instead of my one track mind, I always go to the same place. And I felt like there was a part of me that used us as a crutch because I felt like I could trust you to be there, but I feel like I was taking advantage of that. In my mind, it was like if I just needed to feel better. But it never dawned on me that that's not something that I've ever been able to do before until now. That there is just this hope that I have in us that I don't really understand, that I didn't even get what was happening in the moment in front of me. But it's like, it's huge. And I feel like it's in my hands. I feel like I'm supposed to be the one, and all along it was on me. And I did everything I could to try to put it all on you. So this is all new to me, to really see it for what it is. I want to take the leap. I want to give love where love is due. I want to reverse all the things that have been done, especially the things you didn't deserve. I want to make you feel better. For the first time in my entire life, I am going through absolute chaos and hell. Oh, that's the norm. But for some reason, not only do I have hope, but the thing that makes me feel like I should keep fighting is this feeling that I get to go home and be good to somebody. Never in the history of my life has the thought of being there for someone else, making someone else feel good, made me excited to go through something bad. Like, I wish I could explain this to you. I wish I knew the right words. But the thing you need to know is I don't want to complain about my life. I really just need you to know, like, how I keep coming to these grand realizations and why I need you. Just because I didn't see it before doesn't mean that I never will. It doesn't mean that it was impossible. It just meant that I was so foolish, and not in the good ways. I just want you to know you're important to me. That you have been instrumental in getting me through all of this. And there's so many levels and layers to that onion, and every time I peel one back, I just keep seeing more of you. And I have a feeling maybe you'll be the one to help me really break it all down. Until then, I miss you. I want both of us to be able to experience that love that I have to assume you knew we'd have. I feel like I'm always late to the party, so if I just figured it out, you've probably already known. I want us to share that. And this situation I'm in has taught me that when you care about somebody, you show them. And the last person that showed me they cared was you. I need you to think about that for a second. I don't want to be lonely anymore. I also don't want the conditional love, if you can even call it love, that I've been getting. And at this point, I'll just start fresh if I have to. Know that.